Good evening, and welcome to the University of Iowa Graduate College Commencement Ceremony. On behalf of the Graduate College, I am delighted to greet the doctoral and master's candidates, their dissertation advisors, their mentors, and their families and friends, as well as all of the other guests who have gathered here tonight to celebrate this important occasion. A highlight of each semester for all of us in the Graduate College is this event, which recognizes the significant achievement of the individuals receiving graduate degrees. This ceremony provides all of us with the opportunity to reflect together on both the accomplishments and the importance of our students. I hope that all of the graduate degree candidates will enjoy this ceremony, which marks a very special and significant moment in your lives and in the lives of your families and friends. We are delighted to have this occasion to celebrate the learning and the accomplishments of the degree recipients with those closest to them, those who have nurtured, encouraged, and supported them through the exciting but often stressful process of obtaining a graduate degree. For all of you who have traveled here today to join our celebration, please rise. That's all you folks. The devotion to these graduating students is so important to them, and we are pleased that you are all here today. Thank you very much. I would like to thank the Iowa Brass Collective for the music that we have enjoyed thus far this evening. Members of the quintet are Dr. Brian Unlaw and Stephen Wheeler on trumpet, James Mangus on horn, Dr. Jonathan Allen on trombone, and Blaine Cunningham on tuba. Thank you all for being here tonight. Scotty Van Eisenheim is serving as the sign language interpreter for our ceremony tonight, and she will be interpreting most portions of the ceremony. But because of the number of graduates, she will not sign the graduates' names. I would now like to introduce President Sally Mason and invite her to the podium to provide words of welcome to those gathered here tonight. President Mason.
Thank you, Dean Keller. To say the very least, I am delighted and honored to welcome you to this very special commencement ceremony this evening. I, first of all, offer my heartiest congratulations to all of the graduates in this very special moment in their lives. And I also want to extend a special greeting and thanks to all of the family and friends who are with you today, and to those who couldn't be with you, but who have been an important part of your graduate school journey. I know, very personally, as graduate students, you make enormous sacrifices in many ways to pursue your dreams. And I know that you couldn't pursue those dreams without the support, the encouragement, and the sacrifices of your loved ones. They are equally a part of today's new beginnings, and we are all very grateful to them. Now, graduate school is a special privilege, and I believe one of the greatest commitments that anyone can make. Receiving a graduate degree is truly one of the great accomplishments of life. Trust me, I know this is a privilege. Only around 10% of the American population holds graduate degrees. Narrowing that a bit further, only about 3% hold a professional or doctoral degree. And that breaks down to about 2% for professional degrees and 1% for doctorates. So you are joining an elite group. Now, by only I don't mean socially or economically privileged. Yeah. I mean that your talents and your commitments are very special, and your obligations to use them wisely are strong. You are the ones to carry us all into a future of new discovery. In recent years, we in higher education have been more and more using the word discovery to describe the all-encompassing work that we do. Now that's because so much happens as we seek knowledge through research, teaching and learning, creative endeavor, and service to society. Innovation, invention, new understandings, and new applications. Great scholars, scientists, teachers, and artists have known this throughout the ages, and they know that the most important characteristic of the discoverer is to be open to seeing things anew. The great French writer Marcel Proust once said, "The voyage of discovery is not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes." No matter what you do next in your life and career, your graduate college experience has prepared you to be not only competent in a specific profession, but also to be a discoverer. As graduate degree holders from the University of Iowa, you must never lose that sense of discovery that has informed all of your work here with us these past few years. So as you work in schools and businesses and libraries and studios, governmental and nonprofit organizations, laboratories, wherever you end up, wherever this journey now takes you, remember that your job is to discover, to have new eyes that lead to invention and revelation. So once again, I offer my congratulations to you all on your path hard traveled, on your achievements well earned, and on your future brightly lit. I can't wait to see the wondrous world you will discover and create for us. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Mason. One of the many things for which I am proud of to be a member of the University of Iowa community is the fact that this university has been named a veterans-friendly university, an initiative that President Mason provides his strongest support for. Thank you. Just this week, the Department of Veterans Affairs announced a new initiative to help our student veterans succeed at the University of Iowa. Some of these individuals will be receiving their graduate degrees tonight, and other degrees at other commencement ceremonies throughout this weekend. You can recognize these graduates by the veteran stole that each one of them will be wearing to adorn their commencement gown. I would now ask that each of them in the audience to please stand, as well as other military veterans and active duty service personnel in the audience, so we can thank you and your families for for your service in defending our freedoms and opportunities that our nation enjoys. Please stand. Thank you very much. I would now like to introduce you to my colleagues on the stage who represent the various colleges and programs from which today's graduates have matriculated. I would request that each of them remain standing as they are introduced. First, I'd like to reintroduce you to President Sally Mason. President Mason will assist me in conferral of degrees in just a few minutes. I would also now like to introduce David Johnson, Dean of the College of Chemistry, Hannah Walsh, member of the State of Iowa Board of Regents, Anne Marie McCarthy, Associate Dean of the College of Nursing, Sue Curry, Dean of the College of Public Health, Mark Armstrong, Associate Dean of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, Michael Duffel, Associate Dean of the College of Pharmacy, Sarah Fisher Gardial, Dean of the Tippy College of Business, Milan Sonda, Associate Dean of the College of Engineering, and Christopher Morphy, Associate Dean of the College of Education. Gail Worster is the Senior Associate Dean of the Graduate College will announce the names of the doctoral degree recipients, while Associate Dean Ann Berkowitz and Associate Dean Armstrong will announce the names of the master's students. Professor David Cunning will be serving as a living marshal, and Professors Tim Barrett, Charles Connolly, Judy Liskman-Disparrow, and Carolyn Colvin are serving as our faculty marshals. And I would like to take this opportunity to recognize and thank all of the members of the graduate faculty seated below amongst the students who have chosen to participate in this graduation ceremony. Would the graduate faculty please rise? Thank you for joining us tonight to recognize and thank all of the individuals for their dedication to the lives of our students and for their participation in today's ceremonies. Thanks for being here. The candidates for the doctoral degrees will now be recognized and inducted into the Academy of Learning Men and Women who have demonstrated the highest level of achievement and independent scholarship and creativity in their various disciplines. As they are introduced, faculty members will perform a hooded ceremony. Where possible, the dissertation advisor includes the representatives who will assist in performing this ceremony. To the gown that each candidate is wearing, we added a hood to complete their academic costume. The University of Iowa hoods are black and gold, trimmed in colors representing the various degrees that are conferred. Pink for those receiving the Doctor of Musical Arts, teal for the Doctor of Musical Therapy, peach for the Doctor of Nursing Practice, teal for the Doctor of Audiology degrees, and dark blue for those receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degree. Now we come to the most important part of the program, the moment when we recognize each degree recipient. And as I mentioned earlier, I'll be joined tonight by President Mason, who will assist in the conferral of the degrees. As we move through the ceremony, in order that each graduate's name may be clearly heard, please hold your applause until all of the doctoral graduates have been introduced, and then again until all the master's candidates graduates have been introduced. And we will give each group a full round of applause. After the conferral of the degrees and the farewell, we would appreciate it if you remain in your seat until the end of the recession. Thank you very much. So, would the doctoral degree candidates please rise? President Mason, these candidates have completed all of the requirements for the degrees Doctor of Musical Arts, Doctor of Nursing Practice, Doctor of Audiology, and Doctor of Philosophy, and are recommended to you by the faculty of the Graduate College for the conferring of these degrees.
On recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate College and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, I confer on each of you the degree Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Musical Arts, Doctor of Nursing Practice, Doctor of Audiology as qualified and designated. Congratulations.
So with the marshals please escort our three recipients up to be recognized individually?
The following students have earned the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Deborah Lynn Gill Aldrich, Education. Professor Carolyn Colton will assist with the vote. Ji Young Lee, Counselor Education and Supervision. Professor Carol Parkman will assist with the vote. Rodney Maybe, Rehabilitation and Counselor Education. Professor Portman and Saunders will assist. Anthony David Feeney, Educational Measurement and Statistics. Professor Stevie Dunbar will assist with the vote. Shalini Kapoor, Educational Measurement. Professor Catherine Welch will assist. Ruth Mercado Cruz, Rehabilitation and Counselor Education. Professors John Wadsworth and Noel Estrada Hernandez will assist with the vote. Leslie M. Santos Rona, Rehabilitation and Counselor Education. Professors Julia Cardenas and Noel Estrada will assist. Dwayne Turner, Rehabilitation and Counselor Education. Professor Dennis Mackey will assist with the vote. Jamie Peterson, Educational Measurement and Statistics. Professor John Lee will assist. Zainab Filton, Foreign Language and ESL Education. Professor Leah Plackens will assist. Sally Mae Hudley, Teaching and Learning. Professor John Haas will assist with the vote. Harry Baum, Teaching and Learning. Professor Haas will again assist. Young Dunn Clark, Special Education. Professor Haas will again assist. James Jorgensen, Educational Policy and Leadership Studies. Professor Christopher Morfield will assist. Courtney Psychology, Professor Elizabeth Altmeyer will assist with the hood. Patrick Romani, School Psychology, Professor David Becker will assist. Lisa Stevenson, Educational Policy and Leadership Studies, Professor Liz Hollingsworth will assist. Tom Castle, Higher Education, Professor Brian Hahn will assist with the hood. Yaron Zahn, Industrial Engineering, Professor Aspalat will assist with the hood. Sang Hun Choi, Mechanical Engineering, Professor Kim Wong Lin will assist. Taha Ahmad, Civil and Environmental Engineering, Professor Jose Lee will assist with the hood. Mandy, Chemical and Biochemical Engineering, Professor Gregory Carmichael will assist with the hood. Pablo Said, Environmental Engineering, Professor Carmichael will again assist. Carrie Finnegan, Counseling Psychology, Professor Willie Blue will assist. Zachary Sussman, Counseling Psychology, Professor Blue will again assist. Joanna Reed, Counseling Psychology, Professor Blue will again assist. Yinchao Liu, Electrical and Computer Engineering, Professor Punan Saha will assist with the hood. Yunlong Liu, Electrical and Computer Engineering, Professor Saha will again assist. Young Ju Cho, Mechanical Engineering, Professor Young Choi will assist with the hood. Sajin Lingala, Biomedical Engineering. Sujit Mohanty, Chemical and Biochemical Engineering. Professor Mani Subramanian will assist with the hoodie. Bo Chen, Civil and Environmental Engineering. Professor Witold Krajewski will assist with the hooding. Hamid Fahim Rezahi, Electrical and Computer Engineering. Professor Anton Kruger will assist. Hao Chai, Statistics. Yi Liang, Environmental Engineering. Professor Timothy Mattis will assist. Brian Douglas Johns, Industrial Engineering. Professor Geb Thomas will assist with the hooding. Azar Eslam Pana, Mechanical Engineering. Professor Pablo Carica will assist. Yu-Wei Li, Mechanical Engineering. Professor Carica will again assist. Bradley W. Tuft, Chemical Engineering. Professor Alan Guyman will assist with the hooding. Clinton Cook, Chemical and Biochemical Engineering. Professor Guyman will again assist. Kyle Ellis, Industrial Engineering. Professor Thomas Schnell will assist with the hooding. Quentin Roper, Physics. Christine Lynch, Physics. Stephen Stone, Economics. Varun Karbanda, Economics. Michael Reckentine, Management Sciences. Professor Nick Street will assist. Kyung Hung Lee, Finance. Professor John Garfinkel will assist with the hooding. Philip Quinn, Business Administration. Professor Daniel Collins will assist. Michelle Nessa, Business Administration. Professor Collins and Professor Christy Gleason will assist with the hooding. Chelsea Ray Austin, accounting. Professor Gleason will again assist. Lynn Tong, finance. Professor Eric Lee will assist with the hooding. Ting Ting Chu, finance. Professor Lee will again assist. David Scott DeGeest, business administration. Professor Amy Christoph Brown will assist with the hooding. Tyler Ostergaard, art history. Professor Christoph Brown will again assist. Brian William Clarence McCormick, business administration. Professor Amy Colbert will assist with the hooding. Abigail Karate, management and organizations. Professor Maria Kramer will assist. Tai Young Pyo, business administration. Professor Thomas Bruca will assist with the hooding. Chu Young Park, business administration. Professor Bill Hedgecock will assist. Harley Eads III, computer science. Professor Aaron Stump will assist. Sanmitra Bhattacharya, computer science. Professor Padmini Srinivasan will assist. Jonathan Ring, political science. Professor Kelly Kadera will assist. Edwin Squirewell, pharmacy. Professor Michael Buffalo will assist. Duncan Mackey, medicinal and natural products chemistry. Professor David Woolman will assist. Motassem Alsmadi, pharmaceutics. Professor Lee Kirsch will assist with the hooding. Ross Friedman, pharmaceutics. I was Ross's advisor, so I will assist with the hooding. J. Young Han, Pharmacy. Professor Julie Ermey will assist with the hooding. Godwin Etsi Sikanku, Journalism and Mass Communication. Professor Leombi Echo will assist with the hooding. Eloisa Valenzuela Mendoza, American Studies. Professor Linda Bolton will assist. Robert Albanese, American Studies. Professor Brooks Landon will assist with the hooding. Daniel Bosco John, English. Professor Landon will again assist. Deborah Downey, Speech and Hearing Science. Professor Richard Hurdick will assist with the hooding. Stephen Shepperly, Religious Studies. Professor Raymond Commencer will assist with the hooding. Lindsay Taylor Quinn Wright, Linguistics. Professor Catherine Ringen will assist with the hooding. Catherine Bishop, Literature. Professor Harry Stakopoulos will assist with the hooding. Erin O'Gara, Journalism and Mass Communication. Professor Julie Ansiger will assist with the hooding. Kyle Moody, Mass Communication. Professor Denise Berry will assist. Nathan Tittman, American Studies. Professor Kim Mara will assist with the hooding. Wayne Anderson, American Studies. Professor Mara will again assist. Jonathan Hansen, American Studies. Professor Laura Riegel will assist with the hooding. Elizabeth Erickson, Health and Sports Studies. Professors Susan Burrell and Catriona Parrott will assist with the hooding. Daniel Usera, Communication Studies. Professor Steve Duck will assist with the hooding. Christina Sharp, Communication Studies. Professor Shelley Campo will assist. Joshua Peterson, Communication Studies. Professor Rachel McLaren will assist with the hooding. Lisa Silvestri, Communication Studies. Professor Isaac West will assist with the hooding. Talia Fisher, Communication Studies. Professor Jeff Bennett will assist. Anthony Moeller, Physics. Professor Yasser Onal will assist with the hooding. Adam Steinmetz, Psychology. Professor John Freeman will assist with the hooding. Amber Lee Janish, Communication Studies. Professor Christine Munoz will assist with the hooding. Donna Lancianis, Sociology. Professor Allison Bianchi will assist. Steph Schuster, Sociology. Professor Bianchi will again assist. Kenneth Sanchagrin, Sociology. Professor Bianchi will again assist. Christopher Patrick Kelly, Sociology. Professor Michael Lavalia will assist with the hooding. Matthew Anderson, Sociology. Professor Jennifer Glanville and Steve Hitland will assist with the hooding. Jennifer Tershi, Sociology. Professor Mary Noonan will assist. Timothy Weifel, Psychology. Professor Elliot Hazeltine will assist with the hoodie. Aaron Shear, Psychology. Professor Paul Winchell will assist with the hoodie. Abigail Evans, Psychology. Professor Jason Clark will assist. Elaine Bossert, Psychology. Professor Erwin Levin will assist with the hoodie. Ekaterina Nathanson, Mathematics. Professor Laurent J. will assist with the hoodie. Matthew Vasquez, Social Work. Professor Miriam Lansman will assist. Shamra Bolstewart, Social Work. Professor Lansman will again assist. Babita Beef, Health and Human Physiology. Professor Warren Darling will assist with the hoodie. Angela Watkins, English. Professor Mary Lou Emery will assist with the hoodie. Antonio Manuel, Chemistry. Professor Gary Small will assist with the hoodie. Sangiwa Runasinghe, Chemistry. Professor Small will again assist. Jeffrey Arnold, Chemistry. Professor Hien Nguyen will assist with the hoodie. Matthew McKay, Chemistry. Professor Nguyen will again assist. Alexander Morris Lodge, chemistry. Professor Daniel Quinn will assist with the hooding. Charath Nanayakara, chemistry. Professor Vicky Grassian will assist with the hooding. Mary Catherine Rochefort, geoscience. Professor E. Arthur Bettis III will assist with the hooding. Meredith Petrie, geoscience. Professor Jane Gelati will assist. Brandy Jansen, anthropology. Professor Michael Chidnick will assist with the hooding. Lin Bui, biology. Professor Chi Lin Chang will assist with the hooding. Chie Muramatsu, second language acquisition. Professor Judith Liskin-Gasparo will assist with the hooding. Vera Grabitsky, second language acquisition. Professor Liskin-Gasparo will again assist. Marta Tathador, second language acquisition. Professor Liskin-Gasparo will again assist. Tanya Leal, second language acquisition. Professor Paula Kaczynski will assist. Jeffrey Bernard Reno, Spanish. Professors Christine Shea and Paula Kaczynski will assist. Brittany Tullis, Spanish. Professor Ana Marino will assist with the hooding. Jonathan T. Thomas, anthropology. Professor Katina Lilios will assist with the hooding. Catherine Frances Montgomery, English. Professor Florence Booth will assist with the hooding. Taryn J. Taylor, English. Professor Booth will again assist. Shumei, Biology. Professor Diane Slosarski will assist with the hoodie. Aaron Bailey, Biology. Professor Stephen Green will assist with the hoodie. Yinghua Chung, Chemistry. Professor Claudio Margulis will assist with the hoodie. Yulia Tadorova, Chemistry. Professor Sarah Larson will assist. Don Thelma Abesinger, Chemistry. Professor Amnon Cohen will assist with the hoodie. Tatiana Mishanina, Chemistry. Professor Cohen will again assist. Anna Volkert, Chemistry. Professor Amanda Hayes will assist. Yelena Stoyakovich, Chemistry. Professor McGilvery will assist with the hoodie. Rebecca Laird, Chemistry. Professor Leonard McGilvery will again assist. Alexander Hawley, Communication Studies. Professor Kembrew McLeod will assist with the hoodie. Benjamin Martin, Communication Studies. Professor McLeod will again assist. Allison Wilgus, Film Studies. Professors Corey Creekmore and Kembrew McLeod will assist with the hoodie. Jacob Horn, English. Professor Creekmore will again assist. Asta Singhal, Oral Sciences. Professor Daniel Kaplan will assist with the hoodie. Leah Wentworth, Occupational and Environmental Health. Professor Corinne Piqueza will assist with the hoodie. Cassandra Spracklin, Epidemiology. Professors Audrey Saflis and Kelly Reichman will assist with the hooding. Vivian Ying, Biostatistics. Professor Brian Smith will assist with the hooding. Sachin Kumar Singh, Epidemiology. Professor Trudy Burns will assist. Paula Weigel, Health Policy. Professor Marcia Ward will assist with the hooding. Marish Hassan, Health Policy. Professor Keith Mueller will assist with the hooding. Adele Stewart, Pharmacology. Professor Rory Fisher will assist with the hooding. Rebecca Gasper, Applied Mathematical and Computational Sciences. Professor Colleen Mitchell will assist with the hooding. Dina Aram, Genetics. Professor Marcus Kuhn will assist with the hooding. Lily Pemka, Genetics. Professor Alexander Basak will assist with the hooding. Andrew J. Spracklin, Molecular and Cellular Biology. Professor Tina Tootle will assist with the hooding. Benjamin Brett, Genetics. Professors Adam Dupuy and Todd Sheets will assist with the hooding. Matthew Long, Molecular and Cellular Biology. Professor Leanne Allen will assist with the hooding. John Jancy, Immunology. Professor Fayez Sudarwala will assist with the hooding. Gabriel Roy Starbeck Miller, Immunology. Professor John Hardy will assist. Anisha Diaz, microbiology. Professor Stephen Clegg will assist with the hooding. Caitlin Nolan Murphy, microbiology. Professor Clegg will again assist. Claire Bukta, immunology. Professor Gail Bishop will assist with the hooding. Kenjiro Buddha, molecular and cellular biology. Professor Kamal Ramuni will assist with the hooding. Adrian Hovey, molecular and cellular biology. Professor Kimberly Leslie will assist. Kan Yang, molecular and cellular biology. Professor Frederick Doman will assist with the hooding. Sabina Foring, human toxicology. Professor Doman will again assist. Laura Bedke, human toxicology. Professor Gabriela Ludovic will assist with the hooding. Fabian Grimm, human toxicology. Professor Michael Duffel will assist. Karen Doctoral, human toxicology. Professor Larry Robertson will assist with the hooding. Xiaofeng Wang, human toxicology. Professor Daryl Murray will assist with the hooding. Wusheng Xiao, free radical and radiation biology. Professor Prabhat Goswami will assist with the hooding. Jake Kerchak, neuroscience. Professor Melissa Duff will assist. Chao Ho, free radical and radiation biology. Professor A. Brent Carter will assist. Benjamin Kirby, speech and hearing science. Professor Carolyn Brown will assist with the hooding. Samantha E. Shun, speech and hearing science. Professor Gerald Moon will assist with the hooding. Nursing, Professor Jill Scott Quixel will assist with the hoodie. Yacinda Lee Bunch, Nursing, Professor Scott Quixel will again assist. Nicole Petsis-Blodgett, Nursing, Professor Barbara Rakel will assist. Yingling Zhao, Nursing, Professor Speck will assist with the hoodie. The following students will receive the degree Doctor of Nursing Practice. Shauna Detterman. Professor Brenda Hoskins will assist. Jennifer Joy Becker. Professor Hoskins will again assist. Kelly Meany. Professor Hoskins will again assist. Molly Black. Alicia Duvijan. Sherry Roberts Fry. Erin Clare. Sherry Schlegel. Tamara Ruth Mose. Professor Maria Lindell Josephs will assist with the hoodie. Jennifer Long. Professor Carrie Roop will assist with the hoodie. Jesse Alex. Professor Roop will again assist. Lisa Decker. Wendy Dennis. Andrea Lee Advarko. Kathleen Patterson. Elizabeth Miller. Heidi Vora. Stephanie Sinek. Katie Wedge. Lauren Ring. Morgan Lyons. Michaela Farnsworth. Amber Thornburg. Sarah McGill. Mary Smania. Professor Ann Ursig will assist with the hooding. Kelly Blackburn. Professor Diane Huber will assist with the hooding. Heidi Shadenhelm. Professor Huber will again assist. Susan Behrens. Professor Rebecca Seward will assist with the hoodie. Janine Petitcue. Professor Mary Burke will assist with the hoodie. Tracy Sheets. Professor Burke will again assist. Munira Abdi. Amy Green. Leslie Ahrens. Heather Elmore. Kimberly Freeze. Ashley Kramer. Kelly Kreener. Tina Coakley. Stacy Strong. Brenda Burnett. Professor Virginia Connolly will assist with the hoodie. Abigail Ferguson Degman. Professor Connolly will again assist. Helga Margot O'Brien. Nicolette Mabb. Sally Alexander. Evans Coleman. Vicki Clark. Michael Anderson. He will be hooded by Professors Cormac O'Sullivan and Heather Baer. Melanie Burja. Denise Steit. Michael Pomeroy. Amanda Eileen Wyatt. Diana Sandstrom Thomas. Ariel Wayne. Kristen Karn. Seth Schultz. Bridget Mollers-Witztham. Laura Holst. Mitchell Paul Dodson. Charlie Berry. Mark Gallion. Greg Sutton. The following students will receive the degree Doctor of Audiology. Jamie Lynn DeLuca. Professors Carolyn Brown and Daniel Kelsey will assist with the hoodie. Brittany Barber. Nicholas Giuliani. Caitlin Sapp. Marie Neal. Bruna Musoy. Curtis Hartland. The following students will receive the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Aaron Perrine, Music Composition. Professor Anthony Arnone will assist with the hoodie. Brian Pencroft, Music Composition. Professor Arnone will again assist. The following students will receive the degree Doctor of Musical Arts. Greta Nothling. Professor Arnone will again assist. Anne Duhamel. Ernest Arthur Jennings, Jr. Professors Mark Heidel and Kevin Castens will assist with the hoodie. Let's give the doctoral degree recipients a round of applause.
Okay, now it's the turn for all of our master's degree candidates to please stand. President Mason, these candidates have completed all of the requirements for the degrees of Master of Accountancy, Master of Arts, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Computer Science, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Health Administration, Master of Public Health, Master of Science in Nursing, and Master of Social Work, and are recommended to you by the faculty of the Graduate College for the conferring of these degrees.
On recommendation of the faculty of the Graduate College and by the authority invested in me by the Board of Regents, State of Iowa, I confer on each of you the degree Master of Accountancy, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Computer Science, Master of Fine Arts, Master of Health Administration, Master of Public Health, Master of Science in Nursing, and Master of Social Work as qualified and designated. Congratulations.
Please be seated. And would the master's degree recipients please come forward and be marshaled by faculty marshals to be introduced individually.
Tessa Quintero, Health Administration. Heather Milway, Urban and Regional Planning. Sydney Noyce, Urban and Regional Planning. Xiao Mei Chu, Urban and Regional Planning. Yan Zhang, Urban and Regional Planning. Xiaodong Chen, Urban and Regional Planning. Jeremy Hensley, Urban and Regional Planning. Gloria Rennan, Urban and Regional Planning. Matthew W. Pierce, Urban and Regional Planning. Adnya Sarasmita, Urban and Regional Planning. Elizabeth Macias, Urban and Regional Planning. Misty Rebick, Urban and Regional Planning. Tim Goody, Health Administration. Matthew Weber, Photography, Fine Arts. Kuldeep Singh, Studio Arts. Emily Christiana Byrne, Art. Amanda Murphy, Art. Rachel Livdahl, Art. Josh Van Stippen, Art. Salvatore Alito Jr., Dimensional Practices. Robert Caputo, Art. Justin Shortsey, Dimensional Practice. Thomas Tenai, Urban Regional Planning. Katie Giesler, Urban Regional Planning. Emily Ambrosi, Urban Regional Planning. Caitlin Shanahan, Urban and Regional Planning. Kira Stoller, Urban and Regional Planning. Hannah Kane, Library and Information Science. Megan Tunick, Library and Information Science. Catherine Berry, Library and Information Science. Ann Price, Library and Information Science. Christine Vivian, Library and Information Science. Keely Blome, Social Work. Selena Solano, Social Work. Roberto A. Artiega, Library and Information Science. Jennifer Rodkowitz, Library and Information Science. Alyssa Grigsby, Library and Information Science. Heather McBean, Library and Information Science. Stacy Haskins, Library and Information Science. Katharina Litchfield, Library and Information Science. Gretchen Kress, Public Health. Tim Green, Strategic Communications. Amanda Mayo, Strategic Communications. Kate Ketzner, Strategic Communications. Jonathan Yuska, Public Health. Stephen Ewart, Health and Human Physiology. Lindsay Moorcraft, Library and Information Science. Clayton Peace, Chemistry. Catherine Cobb, Religious Studies. Lynn Gordon Crawford, Religious Studies. Carla Fraser, Library and Information Science. Justin Baumgartner, Library and Information Science. Ann Sheridan, Literary Studies. Vanessa Araya Olson, Library and Information Science. Margaret Halterman, Library and Information Science. Jorge Guerra del Cid, Creative Writing. Joshua Rome, Creative Writing, Fiction. Micah Stack, Creative Writing. Qian Shah, Asian Civilization. Mingyang Zhang, Accounting. Chi Chi, Accounting. Yi Fu, Accounting. Yoongi Sun, Accountancy. Sihan Yang, Accountancy. Chia Yu Chang, Journalism and Mass Communication. Ryan Farnsworth, Recreation Sport Management. Mason Stentz, Recreation Sports Management. Kylie Grosso, Exercise Science. Molly Giblin, Exercise Science. Robert Ogborn, Accountancy. Matthew Peterson, Accountancy. Sarah Halterman, Accountancy. Benjamin Moeller, Accounting. Daniel Walter, Accountancy. Olivia Dunn, Nonfiction Writer. Amy Bernhardt, Nonfiction Writing. Remington Spencer Drew Smith, film and video production. Sean Joe, actuarial science. Ruth Chung, business administration. Thomas Corcoran, creative writing. Caitlin Ann Roach, poetry. Guambo Nana Nicote, fiction, creative writing. Claire Jones, creative writing. Jiaman He, actuarial science. Robert Otto, social work. Nisha Sharma, social work. Angela Trujillo, social work. Zadok Nampala, social work. Sabrina Monique Shields, social work. Jenny Christine Manson, social work. Courtney K. Bentley, social work. Tasha Stamps, accounting. Lindsay Morris, accounting. Chloe Luther, accountancy. Daniel Meyer, accountancy. Shane Pagey, accounting. Ryan McDonough, accounting. Sarah Lowen, linguistics. Emily Wagner, linguistics. Caleb Christian Widmer, linguistics. Garrett Larson, linguistics. Matthew Even, geoscience. Zach Heinck, accounting. Brennan Hardy, accounting. Heidi Worsham, piano performance. Sue Lee, music. Sean Michael Damthine Lynch, music, voice. Benjamin Nadell, orchestral conducting. Michael Pennick, music. Daniel France, music. Nathan Sampson Bernhard, social work. Mahmoud Mutwali, occupation and environmental health. Yang Meng, graphic design. Leslie Ann State, graphic design. Andrew DeForge, art design. Marie Brown, dance. Lindsay Fisher, dance. Dana Power Houston, dance. Jeremy Blair, dance. Jean Kiao Guan, dance. Marie Spobek Mortensen, dance. Ann Kellerman, American Studies. Ivan E. Parra, creative writing in Spanish. Emily LaFlash, Spanish linguistics. Karen McCoskey Miller, linguistics. Leah Gant, international studies. Blake Roop, international studies. Valerie Mukete, public health. Sharday Camille Hamid, Public Health. Deirdre Green, Occupational and Environmental Health. Elaine Yolando, Occupational and Environmental Health. Russell Sawville, Occupational and Environmental Health. And also a posthumous Master of Science degree in the area of chemical and biochemical engineering is conferred on Juan Wilson Mbese. Mr. Mbese completed all of the requirements for his MF degree, but unfortunately passed away before receiving his degree.
Michihiko Goto, Clinical Investigation Epidemiology. Teresa Stout, Electrical and Computer Engineering. Maritza Sarah Quintero, Educational Leadership. James M. Shannon, Environmental Engineering. Scott Rowe, Civil Environmental Engineering.
I'll meet you guys up.
Heidi Ranshaw, Civil Engineering. Wissam El Bakari, Pharmacy. Tesfalon Teklo, Civil Environmental Engineering. William Edelman, Civil Engineering. Cynthia Ritchie, Educational Leadership. Melanie Kleisel, Electrical Computer Engineering. BJ Niels Commencement, Biomedical Engineering. Matthew Burrier, Chemical Engineering. Monica Borgovind, Speech Pathology. Jessica Taylor, Speech Language Pathology. Eric Leanne, Speech Language Pathology. Shannon Bonney, Speech Language Pathology. Claire Creosa, Speech Language Pathology. Lauren Dowdy, Speech Language Pathology. Molly Turnus, Speech Language Pathology. Tarek Connell, Speech Language Pathology. April Balsey, Speech Language Pathology. Ruth Flaherty, Speech Language Pathology. Lindsay Speech Language Pathology. Jessica Pollock, Speech Language Pathology. Allison Meek Fayard, Speech Language Pathology. Alice Townsend, Speech Language Pathology. Lauren Perkins, Speech Language Pathology. Catherine DeVore, Speech Language Pathology. Sarah Labala, Speech Language Pathology. Leslie Van Winkle, Speech Language Pathology. Catherine Kennedy, Rehabilitation and Mental Health Counseling. Jennifer Hand, Rehabilitation and Mental Health Counseling. Lynn Brookshire, Rehabilitation and Mental Health Counseling. Brianna Guimond, Rehabilitation and Mental Health Counseling. Whitney Sheehy, Special Education. Allison Holden, Art. Megan Butsky, Chemistry. Caitlin Dubashar, Clinical Exercise Physiology. Kyle Seifers, Health and Urine Physiology. Nicole Maria Beckley, Teaching and Learning Art Education. Clinton Bud Van Winkle, Civil Engineering. Russell Carlson, Civil Engineering. Glory Flander, computer science. Harpreet Singh, computer science. Emmett Jain, computer science. Hayden Ausland, CE, environmental engineering. Ho-Ting Liu, pharmacology. Naeem Duda, computer science. Kevin Thalen, computer science. Mallory DeLacy, school counseling. Karen Spicknall, school counseling. Stephanie Boding, school counseling. Karen Montpee, school counseling. Kirthi Pulnangam, informatics. Joe Peekenshoe, education school counseling. Rebecca Karras, education school counseling. Taylor O'Toole, rehabilitation council education. Catherine Barron, school counseling. Victoria Lynn, school counseling. Sarah Kozlowski, education school counseling. Yiwen Su, school counseling. Holly Schultze, school counseling. Haley Miller, school counseling. Heidi Hassan, school counseling. Abby C. Haywood, music education. Lucasur Tangasi, Jessica Hansen, biomedical engineering. Albert Beckman, mechanical engineering. Ashley Azel, education. Jessica Chickering, EPLS education specialist. Joshua Simron, MA in leadership. Ben DeVault, foreign language education. Stephanie McCrae, clinical nurse leadership. Margaretta O'Neill, science and nursing. Samuel Lifton, statistics. Stephanie Comas, statistics. Jessica Orth, statistics. Leah Jarjur, statistics. Jingtian Wu, education psychology. Richen Gao, statistics. Chao Fan, statistics. Chutian Gao, computer science. Ming Zhang, computer science. Alan D. Stroh Jr., special education. Jorge Leon, biostatistics. Lauren Sager, biostatistics. Shalini Bhatia, biostatistics. Xiaolei Lin, biostatistics. E. Lim, educational measurement and statistics. Tengyu Wang, computer science. Beilu Meng, computer science. Bei Zheng, computer science. Jinmai Zhang, computer science. Ranjitha Nair, computer science. Weijie Young, biomedical engineering. Ting Liu, computer science. Jessica Johnson, educational policy and leadership. Lamia Al-Gaith, operative dentistry. Mohammed Abdul El Naga, operative dentistry. Rawa Al-Mari, operative dentistry. Paula Ortega Verdugo, operative dentistry. Aitham Abdallah El-Sheikh, mechanical engineering. Ting Pang, actuarial science. Ashley Mahi, actuarial science. Kyle Johnson, actuarial science. Sungtao Wang, actuarial science. Michelle Gillen, actuarial science. Pei Yang, actuarial science. Li Wang, actuarial science. Weiwei Zhang, actuarial science. Jin Meng, Actuarial Science. Lu Chen, Actuarial Science. Kang Ren, Actuarial Science. Joanne Yang, Actuarial Science. Weiju Pao, Actuarial Science. Wanqian Chen, Actuarial Science. Meilin Liu, Actuarial Science. Evan Knespel, Higher Education and Student Affairs. Nicole Mulholland, Higher Education and Student Affairs. Nathan Bauer, Education Policy, Leadership Studies. Chelsea Gates, Higher Education and Student Affairs. Brianna Schwartz, Higher Education and Student Affairs. Joshua Jones, Higher Education and Student Affairs. Sarah Law, EPLS, Higher Education and Student Affairs. Megan McDowell, Higher Education and Student Affairs. Kelsey Shear, Higher Education and Student Affairs. Megan Schaefer, Higher Education and Student Affairs. Josh Atcher, Higher Education and Student Affairs. Ann Linsenmeyer, Higher Education and Student Affairs. Francis K. Boykin, Higher Education and Student Affairs. Danielle D'Ambrosio, Higher Education and Student Affairs. Brittany Nicole Barnes, Higher Education and Student Affairs. Ashley Doris, Higher Education and Student Affairs. Amy Haydo, Like Shadow. Oops. Higher Education and Student Affairs. Preston Keith, Higher Education and Student Affairs. Jinjiang Ma, Civil Engineering.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Bryn Berry, Mechanical Engineering. Changpeng Song, Mechanical Engineering. Min Sup Song, Actuarial Science. Badi Lu, Civil Engineering.
Thank you. It has been a privilege for the Graduate College to confer the various degrees on these outstanding degree recipients and to host this commencement ceremony. Our nation and the international community in which many of our graduates belong depends to a large extent on the knowledge and potential of our graduates to help solve the problems of the world today and into the future. We depend on our graduates to understand the critical role they will play in furthering future knowledge and innovation, economic development around the world, and the hope and desire for international understanding and perspective. The next phase of your lives will bring new challenges and opportunities. The accomplishments of your graduate careers have come to fruition today and have prepared you to move on to face these challenges with newfound confidence and perseverance. The graduate faculty and the Graduate College extends our best wishes to you and to your families and to your friends. Once again, congratulations, and we wish you safe travels.